everybody, to rise up. This is it. Virtual convention. Are you excited? Are you fired up for 2025? We told you we were going to bring the heat, bring the fire, and this is exciting. Give it another round of applause for all your elite senior presidential directors. We have put together an incredible team. They're focused, they're obsessed with blessing people. They want all of you to win as bad as they are winning. Are you ready to win? That is what the entire weekend is all about, is us rising up out of our circumstances, rising up from whatever we're going through. What's exciting is that every one of these friends of mine has gone through the same situations that everybody of you watching virtually, or those of you that are here today. So that's a hope and a blessing that you can do it too. Are you ready? And we've got Meredith Burkett here. It's going to be wild. David Schmidt can't wait to address every single one of you this weekend and let you know what's ahead in the store for you at LifeWave. So give yourselves a hand for being here. Give yourselves a hand on virtual for being on.
Absolutely incredible. Well, there were a number of new records that we set. First of all, sales were up 50% in 2024 over 2023. And that made us the #1 fastest growing company in the world in our industry 4 years in a row. And we're going to get that honor again this year. And we'll be getting that award in March. So thanks to all of you, LifeWave is #1 in the world again.
This is my vision that we're going to cast the entire This Is It team. We've already locked and loaded. They all are in agreement. We're going to take the This Is It team to 1 million brand partners. 1 million in 2025. Are you ready?
I absolutely know unicorns when I see them. Steve and Gina are unicorns on steroids. And that is what is going to give you the confidence and the realization that if you will apply yourself and follow the leaders.
Don't let your friends and family miss this opportunity for better health and better wealth. Set some goals, guys. You set some goals, and you get your dreams in front of you, and you believe in yourself. Guys, this is about belief and excitement. I'm telling you.
No shortcuts. We got to use the system. The system is what's keeping everybody together.
This is the moment for you to take your territory. This is the 2025 Gold Rush. Is LifeWave. This opportunity may be the opportunity of the year worldwide.
Favor follows boldness. We need to take courage. 20 seconds of courage will get you a long way.
But if you want to go to the next level, if you become a student and you master the mundane, you will then duplicate.
A matter of time. Pull yourself up. It's not difficult. You're not building a dock. You're not building a house. You're not doing a jackhammer. You're not doing open heart surgery. Come on. We got to get tough.
It's powerful. I mean, it's life-changing. I've been using light therapy for probably 18 years now, but our units cost $18,000 a unit, and we treat one patient at a time for like 20 or 30 minutes at a time. And so I can't put an $18,000 unit on somebody to walk around town or whatever, but I can put multiple light therapy patches on them, and it's mobile, portable. I can put thousands of people, and I can teach other people how to put patches on other people. That's the whole thing, is you don't have to be a doctor in this business, because it's so easy to get this modality. I look at it as a modality out there.
Okay, so I want you guys to reconsider how you're treating your business. So do you guys want to win, or do you want to make excuses because you can't do both?
But we got to get tough. We got to get tough. We got to step it up. We got to move faster. We got to run harder. We got to get it done.
When you get a paycheck in someone's bank account, they will work hard. They will stay longer.
And so you've got to get a vision, and you've got to hold on to it, and you've got to understand that it's not a conference call when God gives you a vision. Not everybody's going to be in alignment with your vision.
Share the message with strength. Okay? Stop backing down from people that tell you that patch doesn't work. Oh, I read something on the internet. Stop listening to people with all the answers and none of the money. We've got the best opportunity in the world. Best product, best financial opportunity. There's nothing better than what we have here.
We have an incredible opportunity to take our message to the entire world. If we look at top income earners in the world, we have a list of the top 50 in the world on our end. 1 out of every 3 top earners in the entire company worldwide for LifeWave are This Is It. 1 in 3, and that's in just in 2.5 years. We look at enrollers. In the top 50 in the world of enrollments, the top enrollers, 3 out of every 5 is This Is It right now. And for 2024, as we know in this business, the income grows when the enrollments come in, right? But with the enrollments, we focus on helping them grow their business and rank advancing, right? So in the top rank advancements right now, the top brand partners that have the most rank advancements on their team, 2 out of every 3 in the top 50 is This Is It. And I literally went through the list and I counted one by one. That is an incredible achievement, guys. So big round of applause for all of you.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome to Next Level Training. We're super excited to have you guys on here. We're inviting some people. Make sure that you get them on, shoot them a text, shoot them a message, say, hey, we're getting started. This is being recorded, so we want to make sure we share this with other people. We got a lot of awesome stuff we're going to share today, and so we want to kind of get right into it. So do you want to say something real quick?
Yeah, just want to say, if you know somebody should be on here and you don't see them yet, just send out a message. Because we don't want to go over an hour. We're going to keep it under the hour. We know everybody's busy, so thank you. We appreciate your time.
Absolutely. So we're very excited, obviously, that we're part of, obviously, that this is the team. And so, hold on a second. It's going to probably go to this video. Give me
It's not your decision to
fast forward. Thank you. One more time. There we go. Okay, good. So one of the things that we obviously, I can't believe it's already May 12th. Anybody else blink and go, oh my gosh, it's May 12th. So we had a good friend of ours that actually two friends of ours that went to Bible college, and they just graduated the 3rd year. We go, it's been 3 years already? It's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, we've been involved in the business 2.5 years, and our life has completely changed, during that process too, which is pretty cool. But again, this is obviously the team training we talk about. Again, we're part of This Is a Team with Steve and Gina Merritt, Ken and Ida Burke, obviously Joyce and Wayne, actually a part of above Ken and Diana, and we are actually, our business is exploding in a massive way, which is huge, going to 1 million strong with Steve and Gina on the team, which is absolutely fantastic. But we are following the leader. So again, this is a game of follow the leader. Someone said, this is a copycat business. Just make sure you're copying the right cat. We're copying the best people that have put together the best system and the best team, fastest growing team in the entire world. So one thing we're talking about again is strategies to accelerate. This is the 90-day run for Senior Director. We're helping everybody get there. Trust me on this. You want to get there. There's a lot of things that are going on with the company, new incentives, new things you're going to be doing, all kinds of different stuff. And by hitting this level here, you're also going to be able to get some kind of freebies, meaning as far as new brand partners being, given to you and customers being given to you at that level, which is kind of cool. We'll talk about that. But really today we're going to talk about the strategies, and Vixen again is expectation. And really we're going to talk a little bit more about that. It was pretty cool. So the big thing is big, dream big and thrive in 2025. This is the year of acceleration. I'm not going to play the video, but I'm going to share our pastor, actually, Rodney Howard Brown shared yesterday. He was talking about that. He said, this is not only the year of acceleration, but he said this week, he just felt to share with everybody that they're going to double. So think about that. Instead of a regular blessing this week, we're going to get a double blessing. So if you like that idea of double, that's awesome. The Lord showed me this morning basically the sowing seed and getting a 30, 60, 100-fold return. And I just he just shows me that over and over and over, showing he's been blessing us, and he's going to be blessing us even exponentially because we have the right expectation of that blessing. So today, again, we're going to talk about that expectation, talk about strategies to accelerate. The agenda really is going to talk about the recognition, announcements, kind of new Team Cash incentive update on a couple things on that, new LifeWave incentive. We're going to talk about that again, and the wins for the week. And of course, we're going to talk about the strategies to accelerate. So I'll have my wife kind of kick it off with a couple things. We're going to recognize, obviously, the manager and director. So
yeah. So we we love to recognize, because recognition is a big thing. That's part of our business, and people want to know that they are being seen. Okay, so the first rank, which is really the most important rank in this business, is manager, and it really is pretty simple, because when you have a great product, you think about a lot of people that you care for and that you love, and you want to share with them, just the same way you go to a restaurant or a good movie, or you have a great vacation place. What do? You share. So we found out about this amazing technology, and we started sharing with the people that we care for, the people that we love, and because we know they have challenges and it's going to help them. Okay, and so we ask you, well, who are the 4 people? Who are your 4? And you go and share with those people. You get them started at the core level or above. You are at the advanced package, because you cannot be a manager without having an advanced package, because it depends the number of points. You need to have a certain number of points in order to be ranking manager. So you talk to your 4, you put 2 on the left and 2 on the right. It's very simple. We don't look at anything else, just 2 legs, a binary. And once you have placed those people and you're at the advanced package, you are now a manager. Manager enables you to be paid more on the binary. So your max on the binary is up to 1,500 as a manager per week.
It also allows you to actually make money on the 25-20-20, the matching bonus, because you can't make the matching bonus until you're manager.
No, you can't make matching bonus unless you're manager. So the next rank we recognize is director. And director is pretty simple, because all we do is we help 2 of those 4 people to make manager. And when we've helped them make manager, and you place another core or above on your left leg and another core or above on your right leg, you're now a director. What that does is it opens you to max out at 2,500 on the binary.
Which is awesome. And so we have actually a brand new manager, just happened late last night. So I should show this first. Once again, when you become a manager, double check if it needs to be muted. You can be a manager, again, you make it a 1,500, director up to 2,500, senior director up to 3,500. I always point this out as senior director. Most senior directors, almost I think all of them, at the senior director that maintain that level and have it structured correctly, they basically are making at least $1,000 a week, or about 20,000 Rand per week. So if you like that idea, this is where you want to be. That's the reason why the 90-day run for senior director. And then then it's all volume based after that. And once again, as executive director, it's a 6-figure income. Basically, you're looking at actually 50,000 points there, 100,000 points as a presidential, and 200,000 points as senior presidential. So when we hit executive, we had so much momentum that we hit presidential 6 weeks later. We got other people doing the exact same thing, which is pretty cool. And people probably this month being senior presidential directors. It's very, very exciting, all the things that are going on. So again, we've got a new manager that actually just broke, just like I said, just yesterday. It's a personal of ours that actually, Brian and Christy McLean, we want to congratulate them. They couldn't be on right now because, again, they're both at work, but they're going to be celebrated actually tomorrow night. We're going to talk more about that as far as the new team training that we're going to be doing on Tuesday nights instead of Sunday nights. But again, they're going to be on tomorrow night. But again, we've been friends for a long time. He's actually helped or been partnered with us in several different businesses and things like that. But they've never really had much success. And they even said, we just want to get this manager thing done. And they literally just registered someone last night, became manager. But I congratulate them. Very super excited. Their goal is obviously for her to basically come home, not to work anymore. And literally they're on their path to do that because, again, financial freedom is available for those who want that to happen. And again, helping them, with that process has been very awesome. And then we also have a new director that just hit. So that's also another one. So we talk about.
So Laura Groom, she is so excited. I mean, she hit the ground running when she got started. She made manager really, really quickly, and just the other day hit the director rank. And we got to spend some time with her in Punta Mita. Yeah. She talks to absolutely everybody.
She contacts everybody.
She was
people on the plane,
contacting all the flight attendants on the plane.
Signed one up,
we were all on the same plane on our way to Punta Mita, Puerto Vallarta, and she was talking to absolutely every single one of them and getting them started. So she shares, she definitely cares, and because she's sharing with everyone. So she's had amazing results, and she's personally sponsored by Cheryl and Mike Zink, who are also directors Well, senior directors.
Senior directors, yeah.
Cheryl and Mike Zink are senior directors in our business. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And next week we're going to have a list long to share with
I think
people.
that's your third or fourth director that they've broken at least. Probably.
Yeah.
That's it. So the other thing, you want to take a scan of this. This is something we've been utilizing. Our team has been utilizing. Up to you if you want to or not. We put together a 14-minute and 14-second video. Steve and Gina did that. Same thing. Brooke said, let's do one so people can kind of introduce us, and they get a great way to share the opportunity. We've sponsored people just by sharing this with them, and they're like, sign me up. How do I get started? I said that order form. I want to start at the advanced or core, whatever they want to start. It's pretty awesome. So scan this. It'll take you right to the YouTube video. I'd recommend saving that on your phone. Again, you can use this as amongst the other ones. If you like Steve and Gina, great. If you like Brooke, use hers. Whoever you want to use. Again, we're talking more about utilizing things to save time and stuff like that, which is great. And I can play that. So again, we want to talk more about, obviously, we're right in the beginnings of the $10,000 Run for Freedom contest. This is a 9-week contest. We're now in the second week now. We just started the second week, and people are already putting points on the board. And so how do you win this? Once again, there's all these prizes, a total payout of $10,000. Ken and Diana, Men and myself, and Josh and Paula actually said, you know what, we'll take money out of our pockets to help incentivize people to actually, run the race. And so what's great about this is we got actually 8 prizes altogether, but the 7th place prize is basically $500, 6th place is $700, 5th place is $800, 4th place $1,000, 3rd place $1,500, 2nd place is $2,000, and 1st place $3,000. Now again, I've had some people go, I'm winning the first place. Great. That's the first thing you do is announce it to yourself, announce it to God. Say, God, I need your help doing this, and things start happening. But also we have another one out there that's we have a drawing for one winner to earn $500. For every 3 points you earn in the entry, we'll give you every 3 points. We'll get you 1 entry. So you get 3 points, you get entry in there. If you get 2 points, doesn't count. If you get 6 points, that's 2 entries. You get 9 points, that's 3 entries, and so on and so forth. I think you can do the math on that. So the announcement is going to be on July 13th. Right now, the dates, May 5th through July 6th, the dates. And again, it's going to end July 4th weekend. So obviously here in Los Estados Unidos, we got obviously Cinco de Mayo on the 5th, and then obviously July 4th weekend for freedom. So we would talk about that. So how do you earn points? Again, you want to know this. You want to memorize this because this is the key. You can do a lot of other stuff, but if you don't do this stuff, you earn no points. You do this stuff, you earn points. So every new premium you sign up, you get 3 points. Every new advance, you get 2 points. Every new core, you get 1 point. Once again, it's signing people up now. There's no points for actually upgrading someone. So if you sign up someone with core and they go to advanced or premium, you don't get the additional points. It's only for, once again, the one-time sign up. So again, we do tell people it's the most popular pack is a premium. We had several premiums we signed up last week. So we tell people all the time, this is what you want to do. So the other part to that is, once again, when the person who is newly enrolled, they can earn points. Now they gotta be enrolled basically before, do I not have this date right again?
No, sorry.
I gotta update this. This is May 5th, should be May 5th, sorry.
So as long as they're a brand new person that you enrolled after
May 5th.
or on the 5th of May this year, after the 5th of May.
Yeah.
And they rank up to manager, they're going to get 2 points. If they rank up to director, they're going to get 5.
Yeah.
And if they rank up to senior director, they're going to get 10. Now this is, they can have all those points added consecutively. So if someone goes manager, director, and senior director in the 9-week period, they're going to get 17 points. If you are the sponsor of that person, you're going to get 1 point if they rank up to manager, 3 points if they rank up to director, and 5 points if they rank up to senior director. And you can also make cumulative, that's like 4 plus 5, 9 points, right?
Yes.
So it's got to be that brand new person that signed in on the 5th or after the 5th of May.
Yep.
And then you'll earn all those points.
So how you personally earn points is premium advanced core, and then helping people get manager, director, senior director, and that's what's nice. So that's one thing that's our focus is we want to get new people and help those new people rank to the next level, and we're having people do that, which is great. So we don't have an update for you today. I apologize. We do have a partial update, but I didn't want to share a partial update.
Yeah.
I want to get everything updated, but tomorrow night we're going to have that. And we're going to share.
You
that with
have to
everybody.
track your points.
Yes.
So those of you who already signed new people up, start tracking your points. We like to update our tracker every week.
Yep.
So please send us at the end of every week. If you've got us on WhatsApp and you want to rather do it that way, you don't need to send an email. If you're part of our personal team, and you want to send us a WhatsApp saying, hey, by the way, I signed up a core, this is the name, and I have 1 point, or I have 2 points. So just keep sending me all the information. Josh, I don't believe there's anyone on Josh's team here, but if you're personally sponsored by Ken and Diana, which I don't believe there's anyone either, then you will send your points to them. But we are also keeping track.
Yes.
We won't miss anybody, but just in case we miss someone, make sure we're getting the points.
Yes, so I'm going to stop sharing just for 1 second. So I want to share the tracker that we have. Again, you can get on the Believers for Life on the school platform. And again, we're going to go over that again, how to do that. But again, we've been utilizing this tracker and basically filling this out. So Mike and I are going to talk more about this, but this was Monday last week for me personally. Tuesday last week for me personally. Wednesday for me last week personally, right? Thursday, right? And then this is the one I think is from today. Yeah, so this is the one from today so far, you know, and again, Mena's got the same thing. She's got her own tracking that she's doing, you know, herself. So again, the reason why we mention that is because we can't win this contest. We can't do anything. We're helping putting on the contest, but we're running as if we would. And I'll tell you right now, we've earned a lot of points about last week. So what the difference on that is, if you're doing the activity, and we're going to talk about today, but the expectation and doing the activity, you're going to get points. I'll just tell you that right now, because once again, you sign people up and you help them move forward. That's how things happen. You're going to find people that will get involved and run, whether you run or not. Like Laura Groom, I don't know if Cheryl, how many meetings she did for Cheryl, but or Cheryl did for her, not many. I think she just started running and talking to people as a perfect example. So, so besides that, so we want to make sure you know that, because again, this is anyone's contest. I'll tell you right now, there's new people that have never did very much for the last contest that are now kicking butt. And so that's the thing we want to say. So this is the form itself. I don't know if I got the QR code. Yeah. So this is the QR code for basically going to Believers for Life. Basically, if you want to sign up for that, if you're not on Believers for Life on the school platform, then scan this QR code, grab your phone, scan it. That's how you can get onto it, and then basically put your information in there, and then basically Ken will accept you, and then you'll be able to go in and actually get the information and basically do that. So all this information is right on that platform. That's how we're utilizing it, and all the other updates are going to be on there as well, which is great. So of course, same thing we talked about before, but wait, there's more. It's like every time we throw a contest out there, the corporation says, no, we're not going to do any contests, and that's when they go, oh, guess what? We're going to do a contest now. So there's an Accelerate Your Success that starts exact same date, May 5th, and runs to basically June 29th/30th, basically. So it's an 8-week basically promotion they have, where you can earn additional 5% bonus on your binary commissions. Now again, growing outside of basically your largest enrollment leg. I'm not going to go through all the details of this, but it's only for people at the senior director level and higher. Thus the reason the run for senior director. There's going to be other incentives they're going to do for people at the different levels like that. And they're going to incentivize people to not only get there, but when you get there, there's other incentives you can cash in on, including trips and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So which means if you have all these different legs that you have personally sponsored. We've personally sponsored over 200 people personally. We can't stop talking to people. We sponsored, I think, 5 last week. So when you understand the idea of personally sponsoring people, our goal is to help each person get to the next level. But along with that, we have one leg that's our fastest growing, biggest volume leg, what they call basically an MRR basically. So that one leg, anything outside, what's it again?
Outside largest.
They call outside largest legs basically, but the largest leg that you have that's the most volume, and there's a way to track that. And if you need help on this, we can talk a little bit more about that. But what you do is look at who's the biggest volume leg that you have personally. It's not the legs thinking about 2 legs. It's all the personal sponsored. When you think about all the personal people that you have, all those personal people, there's one biggest leg that you have. Outside of that, if you grow your business 30%, now you're eligible for that, but you got to be at the senior director level and above to take advantage of this.
So the main concern should be for those who are not senior director to get senior director done. Mm-hmm. And how do you get that done? 20 right, 20 left. And we've been Steve Merritt right from the very beginning. He told us the way to build this is put in 20 personals on your left leg, 20 personals on your right leg, and keep doing that. And in all honesty, we actually just did that. Yes. We didn't,
and we're still doing it.
And we're still doing it. But the thing is, out of those 20 personals left and 20 personals right, you are going to find your managers and your directors, which will take you to senior director and above. So my recommendation is, I just want to encourage you, go look at how many people you have personally sponsored. Mm-hmm. And if you have not yet done 20 left, 20 right, you get that done even during this contest.
Yes.
You'll win the Freedom Cash money.
Yep.
You'll get Senior Director done. So let that be your focus.
Yes.
Let that be your focus. You know, the terms and conditions of promotions, that's how all of that will happen.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that again. I can explain that if you had, say, three legs, you could have 20 legs, but whoever the biggest one, it doesn't count. All the rest of them, that's, you got to grow that by 30%. So again, we're not going to belabor that more. We can talk more about that, and we'll have a little bit of time at the end to answer some questions and stuff like that, because we do want to hear, different things, but we also want to hear wins for the week. We've had a ton of wins, and I don't want to share our wins every week. I want to share what your wins are doing. So we had a really cool win today. We had Denise actually partner with us and actually help us with the plan, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
But thank you, Denise, for that. That was absolutely fantastic, having her
going and
growing.
And it goes to show, no matter what language, Denise's first language is Spanish. If your first language is another language, we all can do this business, and we're all on the same team, which is the winning team. Yep. This is a team. So if you're on, this is a team, you're winning.
Yes, my first language is fast English, so that's what I do. Anyway, so anybody, so we love to open it up, and a lot of times we always say we want to hear from other people ahead of time. But again, anyone who has a win for the week, whether it's something that happened this week or this month, or once again something you're learning, could be the book of the month, something you're applying, whatever it is, we'd love to hear from you. Some different things. Johan, I would love to hear from you. You had 3 new people on today, so would you mind sharing how you did that? If you want to mute, so there you go.
There we go. I'm on mute. Yes, so I actually ran into someone that Mena spoke to quite a while ago.
Oh.
Daniel Kay.
Okay, I don't even
From
remember.
he's actually from the Friday Club. So what
Daniel.
Most
Yes.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yeah, so most of us are BNI members, but I thought maybe it's a good time to do a bit of cross-pollination. And I ran into a whole group of people at the Friday Club, and most of them are on tonight. And I spoke to a lawyer this afternoon as well. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it, but her mum stays in Rustenburg. So I need to go see them tomorrow. They want to sign up. And from strength to strength. It's just hustle.
So that was the people. So the people that were on were people from the Friday Club. Is that
From
right?
the Friday Club.
Yeah, people from the Friday Club.
High five, dude. That's awesome. Seriously, that's awesome.
That's our plan. We're getting to South Africa to go to Friday Club. So Johan, you better get them started.
That's right.
Otherwise, we're going to be
I'll work them over. Don't worry.
No, you and get us involved. We'll help them sign them up for you. That's awesome. Great job. I've been talking to several people about visiting other different networks and stuff like that, and we mentioned about this. And we can be told. People say, if you don't sign somebody up, other people are going to come there and they're going to sign other people underneath themselves.
So just for interest's sake, I've made contact with some people in Turin, in Italy.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right, because we're going there in the beginning of July.
Fantastic.
So I already reached out to some of the BNI members on that side as well.
Fantastic. Good.
So we've got one set up. Yes.
You speak Italian?
No. Oh, heck no.
Yeah. So if you need our help, we can help with the Italian.
I am so glad you just offered that. It's going to make my life easy.
I know some of the Italian names like a food. That's what I know. Some of the Italian cities, some of the food names.
The only thing I know about Italian is pasta and pizza.
So with that, definitely get us involved. Let us know how we can help up. That's exciting. When we saw the different people, and then you're welcoming the people, I'm like going, that's another one. Oh my gosh, Johan, go. That's really what it's about. That's why we do the Monday meeting. So they were all blessed by Denise. I guarantee it. So
yes,
that's absolutely fantastic.
Well, thank you, Johan.
Thank you for sharing. That was definitely a win.
Pleasure.
That was a win for today, even not including what you've been doing.
Anybody else who'd
Yes.
like to open up and share a win?
Usually this pause.
I can share.
Yes,
Yes,
please,
Anna.
Anna, please do.
I'm going to get my camera on so you can
There
see
she
me.
is.
It's been raining today.
Us too.
Okay, so I have a quick win, and that is that it's so funny, you know, people that you don't speak to for a very long time. And just, you know, how you keep mentioning to the people are watching, people remember, people know that when you keep using the patch, and even if you don't mention it, you might post something, or, you know, you might meet them again. You haven't seen them. I met a friend I hadn't seen in a long time, maybe a year or more. And she'd been through a lot. Her son has been through a lot. And I didn't even mention them. And she said, you know, those patches that you've been talking about before, I think we really need them now. So just keep that in mind, that you don't even have to say anything. Sometimes people will reach out to you. So just keep going. So, I mean, it's a win that she thought of me and that I have this available to her. Of course, it's not a win that, you know, they really need it, but everybody needs it. So that's a good thing anyway, that we know that we can all benefit from it. And another quick win also, I think, is that another persistent person on my team has been Catherine, with this amazing guy that's in Cyprus, really busy. And we've now managed to get closer in contact. He's on TV, he's building up a whole like retreat center for people. And he's really busy, so it's been hard for her to reach him. But now it seems like, thanks to you, you know, with the contact that and the help we get from you too, we have managed to get one step or maybe 3 steps closer to actually getting him on board now. So that's a good win that we're on the way. So
No,
thanks a lot.
No, you're welcome. We look forward to talking with him. So that's the whole thing, is, you know, leverage and realizing that we're part of a team. Thank you, Anna, for sharing, because also your story about the lady who knows you're involved or you're doing something, she didn't bite straight away, but now the need has arisen. And because you're still there and you're still doing the same thing, people see you, your presence. And now it's like, hey, by the way, you know, I might need to look into that, you know, so just keep moving forward. I'll tell you quickly something that happened with me this morning. Somebody that I really care about a lot, my godmother, she lives in Italy and she has a daughter that lives in UK, and I thought, hey, I'm going to reach out to her. And so I did. And I got a response that I did not. I actually thought, oh my goodness, how on earth, why would she even think that I'd do something like this? So her response to me was, somebody's already told us about that, and it's a scam. And I was like, what? And in all honesty, I was not offended. It was more like, what ignorance, you know, not really for her on her part, but you know, this is the mindset of people. Is they go and they Google and they go and listen to other people's reviews, people that haven't even maybe put a patch on, you know, and sometimes, you know, there's a saying in the Bible that a little leaven will leaven the whole lump. Like you put a little leaven in bread or whatever you're doing to make bread, and it becomes this huge thing. So somebody has a negative experience with a patch, and now they go make a big thing on Amazon. And what do people do? They go Google and they're like, oh boy, that patch thing's bad. They don't even try it for themselves. And so I said to her, you know, I really appreciate you getting back to me. And you're probably not the first person who said that to me. That's what I said to her. I said, but you know, you should know me. I'm a lawyer. I'm the most skeptical person out there compared to everybody else. And so I researched for myself. The results were undeniable. Like when you've got a husband that for 6 years is complaining and now all of a sudden is not complaining, and something has definitely changed. You live in the same house. You can't fake it for the last 2 years. I said, I could not deny the results. So I appreciate you getting back to me, but I want to tell you what I have experienced. And I went back at her, not in a nasty way, just in an educational way, because I care. I do care enough to educate people and make her understand that me of all people would not come to her with a scam, like seriously.
Yeah.
And I just said to her, look, I appreciate it. And I just want to tell you that a lot of my friends and family around me that are using this have had great results. And I just felt, I just care about you enough to want to share it with you, but I appreciate that. And if anything changes, you come across anybody who needs it, and she said, oh, no, I really do believe that it works. She just told me it's a scam now. She believes it works. She doesn't know what she's thinking.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm glad you guys are healthy and, if anything changes. But honestly, we all
it could have held her back. She could have said, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. No, but
no. I went on, I made my contacts, and I keep talking to people because I've seen, this is what I said to her, I have seen too much not to believe. I have seen too much not to believe. And so, we're going to get those people, but just keep sharing. It's one in every, I've had too many people say to me, thank you for thinking of me, so keep sharing.
Yeah. And same thing, we've had other people at the very beginning say, oh, that thing's is a scam, it's this and that. And again, I'm sitting there going, you can think whatever it is. I know what happened to me. I know it's happened to other people. But the part to that is, once again, it's whatever somebody does or does not do doesn't determine your future. It depends on what you want to do and how you want to help as many people. That's the whole part of moving forward. We're going to talk a little bit more about
and part of wins is actually answering objections.
Yeah.
Because we are going to get objections in this business. So part of the win is actually being able to answer the objection and still keep moving forward.
Yeah, if you're gonna share anything, it doesn't matter. I can talk to Carlos about payroll. Does he ever get objections? It's like, oh yeah, all kinds of them, right? Every single industry that we're in, no matter what you talk about, I could talk about a recipe that's not even my recipe. It could be my mom's recipe, and I'll get an objection about it. It's just like, what? She uses real sugar, It's like, oh my gosh, forget it. So, anyways, it's just you. No matter what it is, I'm not expecting to get, we're talking about expectations today, but I'm not expecting to get a bunch of pushback. I kind of expect everybody to say, absolutely, I want more information on this. And when someone doesn't, I'm like, really? Are you? I had one guy the other day, I said, are you sure? I said, because he was complaining about his job and everything else, and he's got this new position. And he's like, I gotta stay focused on what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna say no to this. I'm saying no to this right now. And I said, okay, great. I said, are you sure? Because I'm just like, man, whew. And if you know what I know, if you knew what I knew, you'd do as I do. So anyway, but we'll move on. So, but the point that we talk about again is that the level of expectation. We expect to do recognition. We expect to have obviously new incentives as a company does. But once again, we expect wins for the week, because that's one thing that happens. But we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've learned from the training that was done basically 2 weeks ago. And this is something we shared last week, but we can't stop sharing this because it's changed our thought process on certain things and changed even a shift in us mentally that made us go, And actually part of this came down from when Jay Adkins spoke at the Rise Up convention. And I specifically remember certain things he talked about, but I didn't implement them. And then when he talked about the training on Saturday, that was one of the things. So again, the one thing we recommend is watching this. You can go to, once again, Believers for Life. You'll see once again in there. And he's got basically, now it's been up there for, a week and a half or whatever, but Achieve Your Goals with Jay Adkins, the training. Brendan clipped it, which is great. So he basically has the clip of just his portion there, but I do recommend the whole thing if you want to go to This Is a Team. Goes to find that. But he's got, this GPS tracker that they basically do is goal setting and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go through all this again. We talked about this last week. You want to watch the video on that. But all it really talks about is focusing on what is your daily activity going to be? What is your weekly goals, your monthly goals? Where do you want to be? And again, I'm going to zoom in on this real quick. So once again, what's your brand partner goal? How many brand partners do you want to have, this month? Then what are you going to have the first week of the month, the second week of the month, third, fourth week of the month? So now we're in the month of May. So once again, how many do you want to have? And then what's your actual? Well, how many did you actually do? Once again, then what's your customer goal? We don't focus on customers, but again, that's one thing he has. We do get customers. Yeah. Our focus is the other one. But again, how many premiums do you want to sign up? What's your goal, and how many premiums did you actually sign up? What's again, as far as what's your rank goal? What do you want to do, and what's your actual one you want to do too? So yeah. Do you tap me on it?
And there's also income goal and income actual.
Yes.
Which you know,
Yeah, and that's another one that's a big one.
This kind of thing could work for absolutely any business.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a business owner, and I'm sure those of you who are in business are already using something like this, because if you're not tracking your performance, you kind of can really end up anywhere. You know, a GPS actually tells you where to go. You put in the destination and it gets you there, right? So the same with business. And we have actually started implementing this.
Yeah.
And it's really, last week was the first week we really, I mean, we've had goals and we've set goals and we've reset goals and things, but we started to do it the way that Jay Atkins explained it. And my goodness, it's really taken our business to the next level. I think we signed up 5 new brand partners last week.
Yep.
5 new brand partners, which has been a record for us in the last
several months,
few months, because when we first started, we had you know, there's a lot of new people. We started to contact people for the first time. And so our list was really huge. But it seemed to slow down the more we were focusing now on the teams
helping
the teams to build. So we didn't give our attention to our own personal business. And after hearing Jay Atkins on that Saturday, we both then decided, both of us said, this is a good thing for us. We got to implement it. And after we set, you know, our goals for the week, we started on Monday last week, and we were astounded at the results.
Yeah, and the results were coming. We got people last week that couldn't sign up last week. They're signing up this week from the calls we made last week. So keep that in mind. So the results are actually more than that when you understand the actual true results are happening. But the key to this is the second page on that. Once again, for the goal producing activities. Once again, this is really what it is that each week you think about, okay, well, how many people are we going to talk to? How many people are we going to patch, so to say? You know, we don't physically patch everybody. We contact people, but we have patch people when we're out and about. And what happens is that the daily transition he talked about was basically doing Monday through Thursday. He said, I pack basically a week's worth of work in 4 days. He said on Fridays basically is his golfing day. So he goes golfing every Friday. And that's a choice that he made. I said, I like that idea. I like, I go to the beach on Friday mornings. I've been trying to do that. It's spend more time, but be able to have a day to do whatever. Does that mean we don't do anything on Friday? No, we still follow people. We talk to people, but it's not like our day that we're basically making contacts and following up with those specific people. So when we started implementing that, I want you to think about the second, not everybody's like us. You want to implement whatever works for you. If you say, no, I have to do something every single day, I'm going to make 3 contacts every single day, awesome. But then you want the goal, once again, whatever the goal is. You might say, hey, my goal is 3 contacts a day. In 7 days, it's basically 21 contacts. Now, we did that. I said, my goal is what Jay recommended was he said, I want to do 100 contacts, he used the example of 100 contacts a month. So it's 25 per week. So I took basically that 25, divided that by 4, Monday through Thursday, and I came up with 6. Well, 6 per day is only 24. I want 25. So again, I'm not going to do 6, 6, 6, 7. So I said, no, we're going to do 7 per day, 7 times 7. And Mena said she's going to do the exact same thing. That's not her goal or my goal. It's not a combined goal. It's her. She's got her own goal. I've got my own goal. And Lily, we looked at that Monday through Thursday, and then Friday basically is a day of whatever we want to do. Did she have meetings on Friday? Did she have meetings on Saturday? Yeah, we did meetings too. But the thing is, where you take that and condense it down. I like that idea. My first job I worked, because I was used to working, I delivered papers and delivered pizzas, paying my way through college. So my first official job that I had was in banking. And then when they said something about 40 hours a week is all you're gonna work, I said that sounds great. I said, can I do a 40-hour work week in 4 days? Can I do 10-hour days in 4 days? Is that an option? And they said, no, it's not an option. I'm like, darn. I like that idea. I like Fridays off. But anyway, so that was something that when Jay talked about it, it sparked my thought in my mind, and we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I'm like, that's what I like to do. And Mena said, I'll do the same thing. So we can talk a little bit about the results too, as far as, because she exceeded her goal. I literally hit my goal a little bit more, which was good. So how many contacts did you make, honey?
I made 9 contacts a day.
Yes, she averaged 9.
36, and he's 28, so that's like over 50. So if we carry on doing that, that's going to be more than 200 contacts this month.
Yep.
And we got a lot of new signups, a lot of people that are signing up this week, but a lot of meetings, follow-ups. So we track it every day. We do my number and Greg's number, I think, is seven new contacts a day and 7 follow-ups every day.
Yeah.
And when people are ready to have a meeting with us or a call, obviously we schedule that in, because we it's very seldom that you're going to, we do get hold of people first time when we ring.
Yep.
But when I get hold of them, when I call them, I ask them, I tell them what it is. I put urgency on it. It's like, there's something that is changing the trajectory of people's lives. And I thought, I want to share with you. It's something I want everyone to know about. And I thought of you. Carlos asked, what do we say to people? So, especially my professional friends that I know they got a lot on their plate and they're really busy. I'm calling my advocate friends and my lawyer friends that are working round the clock. And I'm letting them know that freedom is real, and so I'm saying to them, I know your time is limited and so is mine. I just need 5 minutes of your time. I have to share something with you. I cannot not share this. It is too good not to share. Yeah. And usually if it is a person that likes me, that knows me, that trusts me, they're coming back to me and they're giving me their time. And at that point, I do keep it very brief. Yep. I don't try and explain what the product does because they just want to know what I'm excited about, what has changed in my life. Yep. And at that point, they're like, hey, Mena, send me the information. I want to look through it. I send it and I set the follow-up straight away.
Yeah, right there.
On the phone, I'm setting the follow-up and I'm giving them options. Okay, I know you're busy. Would an evening work good? I have this time and that time. And then they tell me what's going to work for them. So there's no reason to miss that appointment. And I make sure I get the appointment and we make sure we're talking to them about getting the product, or who do they know? Who do they know? Yep. Who do they care about? Because a lot of my friends are still not going through lots of challenges, but there are those that are, and some that I don't know about. But if it's a person that I know is struggling financially, I'm going to say, hey, this is an opportunity. You can make some extra money. I have to talk to you. Do you have some time? So I'm just going with who the person is. If it's someone that I don't really know too well, like one particular girl, I do know her from South Africa. She was at the same school. We have the same last name, but we're not kind of really related, but we know of each other. And I just reached out to her and I said, hey, I don't know if anybody's spoken to you about this, but we have something that we are sharing with everybody. It can help people with it can change the trajectory of their lives, health-wise, financially. And we all know people. I make them, I put me in their situation, and I don't try and hey, someone. We all know people who either have a financial need or they have a physical need, and I had no idea. This woman, she responded saying she's got this spinal thing that she can't even feel her legs anymore. Her husband, spinal stenosis, and her husband has spinal myelitis, both of them. Who was to know? But I felt led, and because we made this commitment to actually talk to X amount of people a day, we're actually are condensing to be more intentional and more productive. What it's done for me, it's like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it done in 4 days. Not because I don't want to work on the 5th day or the 6th day or the 7th day. I make myself available when there's things to do, but because I just want to condense. The more if you know you've got to do something in a short space of time, how many of us are procrastinators? So we wait till the last minute, right? Oh, I've got to get this done. It's got to be in the next 5 minutes. But if you condense this is what we came up with. If we condense our work week, and we said, hey, you know what? If we do this in 4 days and we have a 3-day weekend, we're going to be more intentional about the time we spend, because now we're actually not wasting time. Now we're actually valuing our time because we have a certain number we have to get through every day. And we're looking forward to that 3-day weekend, not because we're not doing anything. I mean, I still signed up people on Saturday, and I still had meetings yesterday, people that I had to talk to, but because you feel like you are accomplishing when you're on a crunch, when it's a crunch time, you accomplish more, and I think that's with everybody, whether it's in your work, whether it's school, whether it's a project, whether it's family thing, you know, planning for your vacation. The closer it gets, the more you're inclined to make the decision.
Yeah, and again, don't take our goals to be your goals. Whatever your goals are, I mean, if you say, because I'd rather have someone be consistent contacting two people a day and doing 14 a week than contacting one person and then not doing it and then contacting two and then say, okay, I'm gonna do 4 now. You know, it's that consistency of that makes a difference. But really, all it is looking at a daily, you know, method of operation of how many we can do, whatever it is. So you pick your weekly number and break it up to how many days you want to do it. And if your days might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever it is. But the one thing that Jay specifically said, he said, if I don't hit my goal by Thursday, I don't go golfing on Friday. So then I got to complete I got to hit the goal on Friday. Otherwise, I'm now working Saturday. He said, trust me, I don't want to work Saturdays, right? So that's the part, same thing with us. And so like even earlier before, like I think it was like 11 o'clock or 10:30, my wife goes, I got my 7 already. I'm like, what? I got like 4 or 5 so far. I'm like, come on.
And,
but anyway, it just makes it fun.
And follow-ups happen. Yeah. You know, when you're putting the seed out there and you're making those connections, you don't have to think about follow-ups because people are getting back to you and they like responding and, hey, I saw this or whatever. So the follow-up numbers start happening. But the whole thing is to make a decision. And we're not telling you to fit this into 4 days. We're telling you whatever works for you. But we've realized like we have to be consistent and we have to be committed to our goal.
Yep.
So, you know, I really don't want to work that 5th day. You know what I mean? And I hope you get what I'm saying by that. It's not, I don't want any numbers left over to be calling on that 5th day. I want to get it done in that space of time because now it frees me up to really, you know, be available, be on hand for people, etc. And making 7 contacts should never take you a long time, or 5 contacts,
if you're
4
organized.
or 4 contacts, because we're actually not out there telling them a laundry list of things or sharing the whole This Is It info website with people. If you're taking more than I'd say 10 minutes to talk to your contact, you're actually talking too much.
Yeah.
You're actually talking too much. And we've done all of that. We've spoken too much. We've like thrown up all over people and not listened to them.
Yeah, and they get excited, so you throw up more on them. So it's like
and then we've allowed people to waste our time. Hey, you know, I just got to talk to you about something, and or they talk to us about why it's not happening. You know, we've become very, very, very intentional. So we're going to say it's not that we decided all of this on our own. We've been learning from people who have fruit on the tree.
Yep.
If you want to become financially free, who are you going to listen to? If you want to get to the next level in your job, who are you going to listen to? The people who have the fruit on the tree. Yep. And so that's what we decided to do. Whatever your decision is, and that's why we're sharing with you guys, okay, we have 28 people on here. I don't know how many are our personals. I think a lot are personals and a lot are downline. But if you feel confident sharing with us like what your goal is for the week, what your goal is for the day, if you're going to implement something like a GPS to get to your destination, is it to get to senior director or to get to executive or whatever it is, share with us and let us help you to structure that, whatever it needs to be. We don't know it all. It's taken us 2.5 years to get to this point. But we're not stopping. That's one thing. We're not stopping.
No, and that's the part what's good about just like our whole team. Nobody that we work with on our team, basically even like Ken or working with Steve and Gia, everybody's moving forward. Everybody wants to continue moving forward. If they're not moving forward, we're not. Why do we want to work with you? No, but it's one of those things that you want to work with people that are in your line of sponsorship that are moving forward, that are running forward, people that say, hey, I want to continue growing, because we're once again, we know that this year is the biggest year we've ever had, and we're going to get it's going to be bigger, right? And it's going to continue growing from there. So the one part that we know that we're driven by what we do, you got to be driven by what it is you have. You got goals, you got dreams, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And again, I tell people all the time, whatever that is, great. It's you set it. You set your own goals. And again, you want to make it so that makes it fun. It makes it pleasurable. It's something that's exciting. And having that expectation that I'm going to change somebody's life today. The expectation that we have every day is that we're going to change people's lives today. We're going to reach out to people. They're going to say, yes, I'm interested. Yeah, and they know people who know people who know people. That's our expectation every single day. So once again, if you have an expectation of saying, oh, everybody I call never answers the phone. Everybody I text never responds. Oh, nobody ever. If that's your expectation, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get that. What I'm challenging you to do is change your words. Words mean things. Words change things. Once again, we pray for divine appointments. We pray for the right things, but we also speak life. We speak life over everything we're doing. I even say, Lord, give me even while I'm dialing the number, I'm like, Lord, give me the right words to talk with Josh. Give me the right words that touches his heart and mind. And then he picks the phone. Hey, Josh, how you doing? You know. So whatever it is, you want to think about that, because again, I'm going to enact my Savior every time I can. But the other parts of that is having the attitude that once again, this person's going to be saying, I've been praying for an opportunity. Guess what expectation we have? We have that. We get so many people going, oh my gosh, I was thinking about something. I was praying for an opportunity. Does it happen 100%? No, but my expectation is very high. I had one person, you should never set high expectations, because then you'll never have any, you'll never feel disappointed or whatever. Going, wow. So set really low expectations, and then when you have nothing happen, then we can talk. But anyway, but what I would say is have high expectations of where you want to go, what you want to do, because that's what makes a difference. So one thing, I'm going to share the screen again real quick, because I want to share with you.
Yeah, and I just want to say, so these next level leadership Zooms that we do on a Monday are not opportunity meetings, okay? And I think a lot of you on here know that. So if you have brand new people, you want to send them to the opportunity, the international one that we do on a Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is 7 p.m. Central Eastern Europe, and also South African 7 p.m. And then I believe for Israel it's 5. But
this meeting specific for brand partners.
This is for next people who are wanting to get to the next level. So Linda, I know you're brand new, and we will be getting with you to help you with onboarding. I know Carmen and Shelley and a few of you are new, but you're wanting to build and you're wanting to grow.
So welcome.
And that's why you are here, and we're excited. Everybody wants to get to the next level, so keep coming, keep inviting your team here.
Yes.
And we're all learning together,
Yeah.
so we are excited about
Exactly.
that.
So the other part that he talked about, and you've heard this before, hopefully you've heard this before, but SMART is, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-based, goals that you want to do. So I'm going to encourage you. Now, again, we use Believers for Life. You can also in here, basically, I just took a screenshot, but you basically can I tap on this and it goes to also, this is a team for, once again, their calendar. But in here, it's got us that's in here at the 1 o'clock time frame. I don't know why they don't have they should have the 2 o'clock next. I don't think it's because we didn't share with everybody. Because
2 o'clock is just for
That's
people that are next level.
That's right.
Yeah.
So again, and then 8 o'clock, 10 p.m., you can click on these and see who's doing them. Olga and Javier, I believe, are doing the ones tonight. But now we've changed this. So we basically now have Believers for Life. We were doing Sunday nights. But Ken had the exact same. He said he reached out to Mena.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I know Ken. I don't know how many of our US people are on here because I know they work. But anybody who's on here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We are doing our Sunday evening meeting. We're moving it to Tuesday. There's a reason for that. I was praying. I spoke to Greg one day, and I said we're actually feeling that we need to be doing this meeting during the week. Okay. At that, like about an hour later, Ken calls me and he's like, hey, I've got to talk to you about something. We had not spoken. And so I said, hey, my goodness, that's exactly what I mentioned to Greg this morning. So we're on the same page about that. We do want people to, so we will, on our next level leaders, we will be doing what we do, like we've been doing, every Monday. We will be doing what we do on the Sunday nights for the US, okay? But that will happen on Tuesday for US. They will be recorded and everybody can get those recordings, so nobody is left out. You will get all the information. And tomorrow night. So those of you in the US that are on here, or you've got some team that cannot make it, please join Ken tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Yeah. So we just want to say that, but everybody is going to get the same information. We are one team, and we are working together to help everybody get to the next level. Whatever it is that you have as your goal, we want you to achieve that, because you can.
Yes.
It's just a matter of commitment and a matter of setting a goal.
Yeah, and so one of the last things that I'll mention again on this is just, again, make sure you know the calendar, and again, make sure that the team knows the calendar, because a lot of times people say, well, when's the next meeting? Well, text me. I'm like going, okay, go to Believers for Life on the school platform, and basically you go the calendar, and then basically you can go right here. So this is a tool that we use that has the different ones. I got the Spanish meeting in here. I don't know if there's not a meeting here Friday.
And just just so that you know, Believers for Life is a smaller community inside of This Is It team.
Yeah.
We are not working outside of This Is a Team. So whatever This Is a Team meetings happen on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday morning, the Spanish plus the Saturday training, we are participating in all of that. And then for our smaller community, because it is important for us to have this one-on-one contact with people and be a part of a smaller community, we are doing this, the Mondays, and then Mondays and Tuesdays. So just know that we're all on the same page with Steve and Gina Merritt, and This Is a Team Leaders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so one thing that I know, the book of the month, the last we're going to share, and I don't want to share something out of this, but you definitely want to get this. So scan this. So I'm not sure if you can deliver it to Europe, but
they say readers become leaders. Okay. And so if you want to be a leader, you're going to be reading. Now, I mean, if you've got good books that you read, as long as they're helping you to grow as a person, then great, but if Steve and Gina Merritt and This Is a Team are going to recommend a book, I'm going to read it, because I want to know what they're seeing. And this was actually recommended by Danny McDaniel. Yeah. They're number 2 in earnings in LifeWave. They are number 2. Yeah. So if they're going to recommend something, I want to know what's in that book. Okay. So Napoleon Hill, he wrote Think and Grow Rich, a great book. If you haven't read it, go read it. But Outwitting the Devil, okay, I have it, because I'm underlining absolutely everything in this book. It's like so amazing. But there was one, and we'll put some PowerPoint slide for next week, but this one particular equation, it says here, passion. So it's we should have had the equation up there so it's for your personal success equation. Now this is for your personal success. You combine your passion with your talent, and then you seek the right association. We're associating with This Is a Team. That is our association. Your passion, your talent with the right association, and take the right action. What is that? P-R-O. They've already set it out for us. And these are all important components for success. But one component that adds everything to this, and that will take you to the next level, is your faith. Your belief that you can actually do this. And we will have that equation up here next week, because I thought, wow, that is it. So do you have a passion? Do you have a passion for what you're doing? And I do believe you do, because none of you would be here at 8:00 on a Monday night when it's cold in South Africa and you just want to get into bed, and none of you would be here when Europe is getting nice and warm, hey, and you want to kind of be going out now for dinner, hey, Anna? So you combine your passion with your talents, and those in the States that are taking lunch out and coming to listen, combine it with your talent, and every single, yes, and Linda, sick in bed, thank you. So your talent, every single one of you has talents, because God didn't create junk. He put inside of every single one of us a purpose and a plan to prosper us and give us a hope for a bright future. So you take that passion with your talents and the right association. We've associated ourselves with people that are on the right path and taking the right action. And we've shared what the action steps are with you, and those are going to give you success. But believe in yourself and believe that God wants you to be successful.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave it at that. And because we don't like to go over the hour, and we appreciate every single one of you for being on here. And every single one is going to the next level. We're not leaving anyone behind.
And so obviously,
even if we have to drag you.
Yeah, but that's the part as far as, thinking about taking your eyes off of yourself and putting on other people. When you focus on other people and help other people, that's when, things start happening. And again, the next level is the thing that you see. You want to get everybody there. You want to get, butts in the seats, butts on the Zooms. I would rather have butts in the seats, but again, some of you obviously internationally may not be able to do that. Again, because our team is going, 1 million strong by this year. And it's like, and I always look at it, what part of the team do you want to have? I know we have some, big, holy, audacious goals, that we want to hit. And a lot of us have had amazing things happen, even in the past several weeks, of people that we're bringing on board. I could highlight Josh and several people he's brought in recently that basically have potential of putting in tens of thousands of people, seriously. It's very, very cool, what's going on, what's happening. So our goal is to help as many people as possible. And really, that's one thing. So I always tell people, will you help us? Will you partner with us? Will you make the commitment that every day you're going to go out there and at least share this with whatever number you want to do, and basically make a commitment to do something to change lives? Because you will look back. I mean, every day we get emotional. I had a guy today, literally get very emotional on the phone because he said, "Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in me," right? And that's something that, again, I get emotional too, because I think about that. I'm like, all we're doing is speaking life. We're speaking life. We're speaking life. And that's what we want to do. There's people that are praying for an opportunity. There's people that are praying for things, whether they're, once again, Christians like us or not, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. People are seeking, guidance, seeking directions, or seeking, answers and solutions to challenges that they're facing. So the thing is that, one thing I always say is, will you partner with us to do more than ever before? Because again, if you can, do one more per day. If you're doing 2 a day, do 3. If you're doing 3, do 4, do whatever. We basically upped ours. I said, we were basically looking at, my thing was 3 a day, and that was 21. I said, great, let's do 25. And now we're basically set up for, 28, right? So that's the goal for us specifically. Everybody, you set your own goal. We're very excited, obviously, what's happening and what's going on right now. So again, we always end in a prayer. I'm gonna leave 2 minutes open for anyone who has any questions of this, because I know there's a couple things. We covered a lot of territory today, a lot of different stuff.
But tomorrow night for USA, and it will be recorded, so you won't miss out. A lot of people have to jump off, so thank you for being on. But
if anybody has any questions,
it's going to be 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
And then we're going to pray. So
Eastern Standard.
Does anybody have any questions or anything specific about what we shared tonight or today? Those who are in the U.S. So what we'll do is we'll end in prayer. But feel free to reach out to us. We've had people even this week going, so what's changing? What's going on? Let us know. And then you got to let your team know too, but let them know, because these things are critical, because this is a community, which is common unity. We all have a goal of what we're trying to do together. 1 billion homes, right? 1 million people on our team, 1 billion homes, and we're gonna hit that goal. So that's what we want to do. So if you got to jump off and you say you're not like us, like Christians, that's fine. We always pray a blessing over everybody. We're just asking the Lord to bless all of us abundantly. So if you got to jump off, please jump off. I don't want to offend anyone. We just want to be able to utilize what we've been given to share with others and help as many people as possible. So if you don't mind, we'll just send in prayer. Okay. Well, Father God, in the name of Jesus, first and foremost, we praise you. We thank you. We're so grateful and thankful for all the ways that you're blessing every single one of us. A lot of us have challenges that have happened, even this year that have been going on. But Lord God, we know that you're taking care of all of our needs according to your glorious riches through Christ Jesus. And we thank you that you're blessing us abundantly. You said, Lord, if we ask, we receive. So I'm asking today. And even the books that we're reading right now, they're talking about usually we need to ask more than ever before. So one thing we're asking today, we're asking that you will open the windows of heaven. Open the windows of heaven and pour upon us a blessing like we can't contain, meaning more and more people, connections every single day. Open doors of connections for us, Lord God, even divine appointments, even favor with everybody that we're working with, even connections with people that we haven't even connected with in years. We're asking you to burden the hearts of those people that we want to reach out to, burden their hearts, even people who haven't even thought about, burden their hearts so they can reach out to us. Put our name on their hearts. Also burden our hearts with who you want us to reach out to. We know there's people right now that are looking for opportunities. People are looking for solutions to the challenges they have, either physically, mentally, or even financially, Lord. So we're asking that we can be a blessing to them through you. So we're asking for these things because we know that you can work on our behalf. And how much better one favor from you is with 1,000 days of labor, so I can work and toil for 3 years straight, or you can give me one favor and do 3 years of work in 1 minute. So we thank you, Lord, for this favor. We thank you, Lord, for these blessings, and we thank you for your protection that surrounds all of us like a ball of fire. We praise you and thank you for these blessings. So we ask that you challenge all of us to do more than we've ever done before. So we thank you for all of this and have the right expectations that we are blessed to be a blessing. So we thank you for all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Awesome. Well, a few minutes over, but
And just remember the freedom, the cash for freedom.
Just thinking, so this would be the
Great meeting.
Oh, thank you.
oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. I muted something because I don't know what that was.
Zoom user, I don't know who that was.
It sounded like a Graham, so I wasn't sure. So that's
Okay.
awesome. Fantastic. Well, bless you guys. Have an amazing week. This has been recorded, so be sure to send this out. I'm going to put it post it out there to the Next Level team. If you're not on the Next Level WhatsApp, let us know so we can add you to that, so you'll know about things that when we post things on there. So once again, we love you guys.
Thank you, everyone,
Yes.
and we appreciate you. And we know you're all winning the top prize there for the
Yep.
freedom.
Absolutely.
Greg, can we get the recording link, please?
Yes. Yes. So are you on the Next Level link? Are you on the Next Level? What's it?
Yes.
Sorry, you were breaking up there.
Yeah, so I'll, as soon as I stop it, it'll save it, and then I can usually send it out about 15 minutes from now. So I will send that to you.
And get better, Linda. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Lillian. Good to have you.
Yes.
So good to see all these beautiful people.
Yes. And I said, John Pilgrim, I got to connect with you, John. We got to
And
connect and
Brendan,
help reach out to a bunch of people.
our adopted South African son.
Yes, right. That was so funny. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wished
we'll-
Menace Happy
we'll-
Mother's Day to his
We'll
adopted
see you
mother.
all in South Africa soon.
Yes, in less than a month. In like,
yeah.
oh my goodness.
In like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Next week. Next week we're
You
probably
must-
not going to be doing.
What is that?
You must remember to collect this, no?
Oh yes, we will. We'll see you. We're going to be doing meetings. So bring all those
Yes.
people to the meeting in
Yes.
South Africa.
Yeah. Right now we got the 7th and the 21st. I think you're confirming
Yeah.
that, the location that we're doing. So that's 2 Saturdays that we're doing, 2 Saturday mornings. So, yep, absolutely. But besides that, we're excited for everyone. Let us know how we can help out. You know, I said, let us know how we can help you grow.
That's it.
Okay, the side with the note said so. So God bless you guys. Have an
Yes,
amazing
and
time.
Johnny as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a good evening,
Yes.
people. Have a good afternoon, and
Yep.
thank you.